Okay, it's a horrible day outside, so it's a nice day for being in the workshop. I'm going to make a carved birdhouse, is my plan. I've got some reclaimed boards here, and then for the front, I've got a nice piece of tulip, or poplar, whatever we want to call it. And I'm going to, it's like a gable-fronted birdhouse, and on the front, I'm going to carve a flower, and in the middle of that flower is where the bird's going to go in and out of. So this is going to be for a house sparrow, so it's going to be a 32mm hole in the middle, which I'll use a Forstner bit to cut. I've kind of drawn up a rough shape, very rough shape of a flower. It's going to be fairly simple carving, I feel. It doesn't want to be too complicated. So this is 6 inches wide. We'll do the boards about 6 inches back, and the roof will probably have a little bit overhang on the front, so probably 8 inches. Now this piece will be the base, because you're never sure, got forest in my beard, never sure if there's water going to get in there or not, so I'm just going to knock off the corners rather than putting the holes in the middle. I'll just knock off the corners ever so slightly, and I just give them that little bit of drainage should they need it. So I kind of looked online at the critical dimensions of a bird box for different birds. Obviously, you have different hole sizes for different ones. For a house sparrow, you wanted to be about 150mm-ish outside diameter, so not, you know, and the woods want to be relatively thick, so at least they've got a bit of protection from the weather. And then the hole wants to be 32mm, and it wants to be about 150mm up from the bottom. Stop predators getting in and out. Doesn't want to perch. Doesn't really take very long to make a birdhouse, so we've got the basic shape of it made there. I'm going to put this together so I don't lose any bits, and then we're going to make a little roof that can come on and off, but we will put some glue on it as well. We'll cut a little 6-inch roof, 6 inches there or thereabouts, mitered at the top. So this roof will just be held down with a couple of screws. I'm kind of for, with Wake Stuff for Wildlife, making access actually a little bit more difficult than easy, because you don't need to clean them out very often. I think you're better off just fitting them and forgetting them a lot of the time. So putting a couple of screws in there will be easy enough to take out when I want to, but also just makes access that little bit harder, so you're not going to do it too often. So there's our birdhouse. Nice. All done. Hole in the back to put a screw in to where it's been fixed. And now it's a case of carving this. I'm not sure whether to cut this hole now or to leave that as something to go into. That's on a postcard. Let's cut it now. Let's cut it now. So we want a 32mm drill bit. Maybe a mistake, we'll drill it the thing slipped, but we're going to carve that away anyway, so it won't matter. Ah, what's something going wrong? So a trusty old board comes out. Always great to have something like this whenever you're doing carving. Like a lot of woodwork, it's not how you do it, it's how you hold the wood is kind of the most important thing. So what I will do is I'll alter these stops now, move it around so it's nice and tight, and then you can move this around, but you can also keep the clamps far away from where you're working so they don't get in the way of your swing of the tool, which is really, really annoying. And what we do, so set it like that, so that a wedge, get it at the same angle as the wedge. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to strike in the lines to start with, and then we can lower the background. You want a chisel that fits the curve. Hang on, I've got it here somewhere. Fits the curve and just go round, score it all the way round. Demark our flower petals. Okay, so keep going round and lowering this background a bit. Finding the chisel that works for you, really. I'm using the same for both at the moment. So it's be the best way. And we're trying to give ourselves that illusion of a depth, of a deeper 3D piece than it actually is. Right, so there we go. I think it kind of works. Not 100%, but I quite like it. I think it'll be quite nice. And when it's oiled up, it'll go darker as well. So we're going to fix it to the front of here. I could just glue it. I think I'll chuck a couple of pins in there as well. It's not going to hurt. So let's do that. We'll glue and pin it. Out already. And normally I never just pour it straight out the big one, but I normally decant it. But it's raining and I can't find anything. Easily to hand. We're only going to treat the outside. We're not going to treat the inside. Birds don't like that apparently. Same when we do anything like the hedgehog house or beehives. That looks alright. I'm alright with that. You know, when you start something, you're not quite sure how it's going to look. That's how it was with this. I'm going to treat the whole of the roof just because I poured it in the wrong place. Okay, so the bird feed is all oiled up and ready. I'm going to site it on my shed here, just in view of the house. It's up high enough away from cats to be able to jump on it. There's not too much around it, so weeds. So I'm going to fix this on now, just using the hole in the back. Oh, big. Okay, so there we go, one bird feeder fitted, carved up, looks quite nice. We'll see if next year anything comes and nests in there. I've really enjoyed this project. Nice simple relief carving on the front, nice simple bird box, not very hard to make, but just quite good fun really, I think. So if you've enjoyed this, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.